Welcome into the latest edition of ESPN Extra Time. Craig is here, Stevie as well. One of those, yeah, press
Adrian.
Extra Time, Real Madrid TV.
We told him the surprise
Where
yet?
are we going? His surprise?
Yeah.
What's his surprise?
He's gone to the Classical watch party.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Just put a GoPro on your head, getting through, going from there to there.
Can you imagine?
Go.
Where is he? We're on air. He's at the bar.
I think
He's
that'd be
stuck
very
in the
good.
bar.
That'd be very good.
People talking German too.
Sorry, you sent me a picture of you ploughing snow this morning because but he's done it as a voiceover. So there's no swear words. Okay, here it is.
So here we are, me and Eleanor, 6 o'clock in the morning, doing this. It's never turned up to plough it, so we're screwed. So we've got to do it ourselves. Fantastic, great fun. Just what I wanted to do at this time in the morning.
I've got a question for you.
Stevie.
Did you think you were going to wake the neighbours up if you didn't whisper?
That's true.
Here we are in the wild.
Here we are.
I guess it's a natural thing you do when you're in the dark, you talk quiet.
Yeah.
I think the wildebeest has heard us.
Sneaking in. So the ploughman didn't turn up.
Never turned up.
So why did you have to get up at 6 a.m. to clear it? Why couldn't you do it later today?
Well, because Eleanor couldn't sleep, because she was sat up looking out the window most of the night waiting for the guy coming.
Right.
And so she decided to, because she wasn't going to sleep,
Yes.
to go out.
Sitting at the window.
So I woke up about 4:30, 4:45, and looked out the window, and I could see her starting to do the thing.
Oh,
starting
no.
to do it on her own. I was like that.
Oh, leave her.
Well, I wouldn't say it never crossed my mind. I'm like, I can't.
Oh, bless you, Steve.
So I got out, so we ended up. So we were out there from about 5:30 onwards.
Wow. How long did it take?
I want to say 8:20, quarter past 8.
Good 3 hours.
Aye.
Oh,
Honestly,
you just-
raging.
I bet you were. You hate
Raging.
it.
Did you go back to?
Yes.
Did you go back to bed after that? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I took the dog. As soon as we finished that, I took the dog, came back, and then I went to bed.
Oh, there you go. Did you spend the whole day in bed yesterday?
I did, yeah.
Because you were snowed in?
Well, snowed in, nothing else to do, so I just sat in bed.
Well, get up.
The chocolate digestives took a bit of a pounding.
Get up. Most people get up.
Stevie, who do you want? Atletico Madrid or Galatasaray? There you go.
Galatasaray.
Galatasaray, yeah.
Absolutely,
We were
yeah.
talking about Atleti, slight favourites in Craig and Stevie's eyes going into the next round. Frank, with PSG's reign as Champions League holders and Italian football's downfall, is Ligue 1 now a better league than Serie A?
Well, because you are Paris Saint-Germain, I would think so, because Inter are ahead by 10 points of the Serie A, and we see the disaster that they show in the Champions League. At least in Ligue 1, Ligue, you have Paris Saint-Germain, but the others, they're like in Italy. So I would say, I would put the two leagues at the same level. You have the Premier League, the Liga, the Bundesliga, and then you have the Liga and the Serie A at the same level for me. Because except Paris Saint-Germain in France, there are no teams who can be able to do something in the Champions League as well.
Craig, who do you want to see promoted into the Premier League from the Championship? At the moment, Coventry and Middlesbrough are big favourites. Coventry 2 clear of Middlesbrough, then 6 clear of Ipswich in third.
Yes.
The big story, of course, which continues to develop is Wrexham, who won again today. They are now 6th, of course, which is a playoff spot, 4 points clear of Southampton. Also in the running, Ipswich, Hull and Millwall.
Well, I'm not going to play them. Well, I'd like to see, because they were a staple when Stevie and I were playing, I'd like to see Coventry go back up, because I think Lampard's done a great job there.
Right.
They started to flounder a little bit, but they've still got a game in hand, and they could go, I think, almost 10 points clear of Ipswich. And I would like to see Middlesbrough. I mean, I'm not fussed, but Ipswich have been up recently. I'd like to see Middlesbrough go back up and have another bash.
Okay.
They're a team that was in the Premier League, and then from the playoffs, was it Millwall?
Millwall, Wrexham, Hull and
I
Ipswich.
suppose Wrexham would be the story, but
It would be very much the story, wouldn't it? Over here it would be,
yeah,
definitely.
definitely over here.
Yeah.
I've got no
Stevie, do you have...
dog in the fight.
Well, I guess the.
What are you chuckling?
I'm chuckling because I've got Millwall in my head, thinking of what Millwall used to be.
Yes.
It used to be the worst place to go. I mean, the fans were
Yeah.
I mean, you were pretty much caged in, so that the fans couldn't get over the fence to get at you, because that was the atmosphere at Millwall. It was just aggressive. From the minute you got there to the minute the bus pulled out, there was always somebody in your face, somebody in your ear, calling you names and shouting at you and screaming at you. But I guess
It's like Craig
I
at home.
assume that's not like that anymore.
Well, have you played it in New Den?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a slightly
It's
better
kind of
version.
it's watered down, right?
But you know that the one
So would you like them to come up? That's up.
No, because I think if Millwall and Hull somehow got up through the playoffs, they absolutely would be straight down.
Right, it's just one player, one
so
team.
would
that come up.
Wrexham. So would Wrexham.
Yeah, whichever one.
Right.
They come straight down, so
Yeah.
that's kind of why I'm going with Nibs here, with the Middlesbroughs and Coventry's in that, because they maybe would have a chance of staying up.
Yeah.
That's why.
As good as this story's been for Wrexham, if you follow all the what's the name of that programme?
This is Wrexham?
This is Wrexham.
Welcome to Wrexham.
Welcome to Wrexham. If you follow all that, and then the owners and how they've come up the division every year,
Yeah, back to back to back to back.
and this will be unprecedented. It reminds me a little bit of when my uncle was manager at Ipswich, when he said, "We're not ready to go up."
Right.
They got to the playoffs 3 or 4 times and they lost, and he said, "We weren't ready." Took them 3 or 4 years of going to playoffs.
Because that's the biggest jump, yeah, from the Championship to the Premier League than any other jump.
Huge. And to be doing it that quick, going from non-league to League 2 to League 1 to the Championship and then straight up to the Premier League, I don't think you can build a strong enough, although they're doing great under Phil Parkinson, that next jump is huge, absolutely huge, and I don't think they can get to that standard. I think that could be detrimental to them, actually.
Right.
I think they would go up to the Premier League and just take
Too much too soon.
I think they would just take an absolute pounding.
What were you smiling at? You want to add something?
No, I can't remember.
Frank, do you have any input into this?
I would love to see Coventry. I mean, I have good souvenirs with Coventry and bad ones, and Coventry was a very hard team to play against. So I want to see Coventry going there. Middlesbrough, but only for Kay,
Nice.
because I have very good souvenir with Middlesbrough, but I know Kay loves this club, and so I want to see Middlesbrough back. Because of our regretted Dan, is that Mariner? Paul? Sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul Mariner, I want to see Ipswich back again, because Ipswich was Paul Mariner's club for me.
Frank, Thierry Henry swapped shirts with Brazilian Ronaldo after the 1998 World Cup final. So who did you swap shirts with?
Nobody, and I still have my 2 shirts, because we have 2 shirts, one for the first half and the second half, and I didn't want to share it with anybody because I wanted to keep the 2 of them, and I gave one to my father and kept one, and so I didn't even think about swapping my shirt with anybody. So no, I didn't do it.
Did anybody ever get to the bottom of that? I'm sure they did. I saw a clip about it the other day, actually. It was the BBC, John Motson. When the team sheet came in, remember?
Yeah, of course.
Frank, what was the story? Ronaldo, when the team sheet came in, Ronaldo wasn't playing, and then it changed.
No. Well, no, it wasn't a question mark about him being involved in the first 11, because they say in the morning he went to the hospital because he had a problem, and I think he was playing PlayStation too much, and he had a, how do you call that, problem with his eyes, with the screen, and but he was okay, but he never been a concern for us, but we knew that he would be playing. We knew like 2 hours before that he would be playing.
But the team sheet came out and he wasn't on it.
There's a lot of
epilepsy.
There's got
Sorry,
theories. You speak to my wife; she's got a lot of theories on this.
He had an epileptic fit.
He had epileptic syndromes. That's what he had.
He didn't have it when he played us.
That's what he
I can tell you that.
Craig, Frank, what were your first impressions of Craig when he first arrived at Chelsea?
Who first arrived?
Or when Frank arrived at Chelsea, what was the impressions of you?
I hated Scottish people.
No. We have a certain bond with Scottish people and French people because of our history. So the thing is that when I first came,
Alain didn't do history. at
Bonnie
school.
Prince
Queen,
Charlie?
maybe a queen. I
think
don't
Bonnie
know.
Prince Charlie was
whatever,
French, wasn't he?
whatever. And the thing is, when I first came, I talked. Come on, he didn't. Yeah, I talked to Dennis Wise, and John Spencer and Craig Burley, and I came back to and Steve Clark, and I came back to our physio Terry Byrne, and I say, where they come from? You know, they don't speak English. I don't understand a word of what they are saying. And he explained to me, that was insane. I couldn't understand a word of English coming from those four guys. Yeah. And Terry Byrne had to translate to me in a proper English way. But it's how you learn English. That's what it is.
Could have been worse. Think about Dimitri Karian.
But in terms of player, in terms of player, I was really fond of Craig. No. Craig was a fighter, but also technically, he was a very good player and was very clever. So I always liked the way he was playing.
Moving on. So when Dimitri Karian first signed, he was the Russian #1. He's a lovely. He still lives in England now. He hasn't gone back, but he could not speak a word, and there was nobody else around. We're not a big Russian community or anything. And at that point, so he came with his wife, and I think he had one kid, Igor. Obviously, and inflation. Inflation in Russia at the time was horrendous, right, out of control. And apparently, he went in the supermarket the first week or so after he found a place to live, and he had a bunch of groceries in the shopping trolley. He went up to the checkout, couldn't no English, nothing, and he had about 30,000 on him, right? And he went to the cashier. He went, rubles.
30,000.
He had thousands of pounds on him, and he went, "Is that enough?"
Wow. And she went, "No,"
because he only had two tins of beans.
Wow.
And a cauliflower, because he had no clue.
Right.
Things in Russia were just so expensive. Get a loaf of bread and milk and all that. And when he came in, I just thought to myself, how difficult is that? I mean, coming from France and Spain is one thing, but walking in and there's just nobody else, no that. Still there to this day, the lad.
That's it. That's it. Does that bring us to the end of today's show? I believe it does. ESPN FC returns.
Can't wait till tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Benfica against Real Madrid, of course, in the Champions League. What other games are they?
Don't know. Bed for me.
Oh, dear.